Hello everybody and welcome back to the Breakfast Club. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and it's always great to have you with us. And as promised, this morning it's breakfast with Ernie Chen, motivational coach, PR consultant, and all of the above. Ernie, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Ben, for having me here.
Oh, it's fantastic for you to fight the Monday morning traffic and be with us with a big smile on your face. But Ernie, before we get into it, please kindly describe to our viewers what you do for a living.
I'm really an entrepreneur by profession. I do a lot of different kinds of businesses, but ultimately because I do a lot of businesses, a lot of times people invite me to their organizations to give them some motivational talk, to share with them my story, and to share with them a lot of inspirational stories that I've learned over the years. Yeah.
Okay. Now, because you're a business coach, we're going to tap your knowledge about how to become better employees, or for some of our viewers out there, better employers. So how, this is a very, very interesting question, how do you advise your clients to create a positive working environment?
I think first and foremost is to allow the employees and the organization to understand that we're no longer in what we call the dream careers.
That's true.
The dream careers is when our parents in the earlier generation were the baby boomers, where you work with one organization from the beginning all the way to the end, to the day when you retire. You get a golden handshake, you get a good, nice watch, and they thank you for your services.
I've heard that story before.
There you go. Today, what we are living in is what we call extreme careers, in which organizations are facing not just one or two, in the whole entire world. Organizations are facing employees, talents, leaving the organizations not just in the country, but also leaving the country.
So the talent drain, yeah?
There you go. The brain drain, the talent drain is becoming very obvious and is facing organizations.
Well, that's sad to hear that one.
How do we really ensure that employees are then motivated? It's for them to understand that we live in extreme careers today. In extreme careers, it's no longer about us motivating individuals, but it's about individuals motivating themselves.
Right.
I give you this concept, it's called Me Incorporated, or Saya Sendirian Berhad, which is we work for ourselves as an organization. A lot of organizations hire me and ask me to come in and share with them, how do you keep my people motivated? I then in turn come in and say,
good question,
I don't come in and motivate your people. I come in to share with you why you should keep yourself motivated. And it's more intrinsic than extrinsic today. It's more from internal, driving that motivation to sustain that motivation. Because if you just bring me in and just ask me to share with you and give them a rah-rah talk, after, when they leave that particular session, they'll go back to square one.
That's right.
So what we do today is we ensure individuals understand that you are working for yourself. You're renting your services to your organizations. So people out there need to remember, you're not really an employee of an organization. You're an employee of your own organization, Me Incorporated, Saya Sendirian Berhad.
Saya Sendirian Berhad, yeah.
Renting your services, which is your time and your skills, to an organization. So that's what you're doing out there today. So don't think about your employee in the organization, but your employee to yourself first and foremost.
Okay. Now, sounds like very, very motivational stuff. And usually the positive motivational stuff leads to a positive working environment. So can you tell our viewers, as we can see on our screens there, what is a positive working environment?
First and foremost, a positive working environment is where expectations are really clearly set. People are certain as to what they are going through in an organization. One of the biggest complaints in organizations is that people do not know what the organization is doing, where the organization, the vision is not communicated, articulated correctly and clearly most of the time.
Communication as well.
Very important, which leads to clear communication consistently and continuously. It is not enough to just have a strategic direction meeting once a year. Today we need to communicate daily, weekly, monthly, every single day, consistently, continuously, to ensure that
until everybody gets the point.
Correct, and that certainty is there. People need to know that, do I have a job tomorrow if I'm going to be working for your organization? Very important for people to always be remembering that, hey, you know, the environment is so volatile today. If I'm going to be working with this organization, I want to know, if I come back tomorrow, will the gates be closed? Will I be coming back to a job? Will there be a career for me tomorrow if I come back? So communicating certainty is very important, and that creates a positive work environment.
Now, Ernie, with every positive, sometimes, unfortunately, there's a negative. So can you tell our viewers, what is a negative working environment? Some people just think it's a bit, well, catty, a bit bitchy, but what's your definition?
I think a negative work environment is when people start to feel that they are not important anymore. Very important is that
taken advantage of.
People always remember how we make them feel. And how do we make people feel good and make them feel that they are in a good, positive environment? Tell them, appreciate them, thanking them. In my organization, we have something what we call kudos. We call it a kudos session, where everyone gives kudos to one.
Yeah?
Kudos to you for doing this very specific action, for helping the team, for helping your colleague, for helping the client. So we always say kudos. Once a month, we have that session. But on a weekly basis, the seniors will always be sharing and guiding the individuals how to improve better and further on their abilities and skills.
Okay. Now, many of our viewers are employees of their own, well, not their own organization, they're employers of their own organization, but they're employees of an organization.
Sure.
So, how do they reinvent themselves or sort of put themselves to become that positive-minded person that everybody likes?
I think it's important for individuals out there to always remember this. What goes around comes around. You got to understand
Karma,
that.
yeah?
Karma. If you say good things about people, good things will come back around. You say bad things about people, bad things will come back around. If you fundamentally understand that if you always have good things to say about people, people will keep on saying good things about you. If I go out there and say, man, Ben Ibrahim is a good host, sooner or later, Ben Ibrahim is going to listen to that.
God willing.
And is going to be coming back to me saying that, you know what, Ernie Chen is really a good guy because at one point he said I was a good host.
Yeah.
So what goes around comes around is important for people to remember. If you got good things to say it more often. And it's free. You don't have to
FOC,
pay.
yeah?
You don't have to pay anyone to say good things about someone else. And remember, the more bad things you say, it will catch up with you sooner or later. So always say good things to say about people to create a positive environment. Go into your office for the first thing this morning, say, good morning everybody, how are you doing today? And from then, it will start generating a very good positive feel.
How about building professional relationships at the workplace, Ernie? Now, sometimes people think, oh, I didn't quite gel with that person because we don't like the same food.
Sure.
We don't like the same holiday spot.
Sure.
How do you do it?
It's important for people to know out there is this. First and foremost, we come to work together to work towards a specific set objective, a specific set goal. We are not there to be best friends. First and foremost, that's when we build a professional relationship. Building a professional relationship is about us getting there together. I don't necessarily need to have lunch with you.
Right.
But we work together to ensure that we move towards the same aligned direction. So that's important for people to know that. We are not expected to all be having a great time working together, smiling at each other, because creative abrasion is needed, which means to say that we do not need to be on a surface level feeling good with each other.
24/7.
There you go.
Work needs to be done.
Needs to be done, and sometimes I do need to disagree with you so that we have difference of opinions.
Which is a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, conflict, creative conflict is always a good thing to ensure that we are not just, it's okay lah, we'll be fine with that. We always got to fight out our ideas to ensure that that is the right decisions being made. So a lot of times people always feel that let's just have harmony. Not necessary too. So in government, in politics, it's always good to have 2 points of view. It's always to have a balance of the ruling government, the opposition, to fight out the ideas, to ensure that ultimately the people, the rakyat, benefits from it.
Okay. Now, Ernie, unfortunately, we're running out of time. This has been a very, very beneficial, interesting, educational interview, not just for myself, but for our viewers. But can you advise our Breakfast Club viewers how is the best way to recreate themselves and be positive for the rest of the year in their working lives in 2011?
Very simple. With the snap of a finger, make that decision, make that choice right now. You're going to have a good day, you're going to have a good year, you're going to have a better life from today onwards. Snap your finger and make that decision right now.
Now, Ernie, where can we find you on cyberspace? A Facebook site, a Twitter site, a website? Because some of the stuff that you said to us today, well, it's absolutely amazing, my friend.
Thank you very much. And of course, you can find more about what I have to say on my Facebook, which is just go to Facebook and clean Ernie Chen, ERNIECHEN. I also have a website, which is www.erniechen.com. Look me up, and lots more information can be found there.
Okay. And Ernie, tell us about some of the companies that you're running in terms of industries. You're very diversified. You've got entertainment, you've got corporate, you've got personal development.
Sure. Ultimately, 3 industries is really what my companies are serving.
So I summed it up correctly, right?
Very good. I run 8 different companies as an entrepreneur. We are mainly in education, we're in entertainment, and we're in communications. So these are the 3 industries that my companies serve.
Well, I'm going to take Ernie's advice and tell everybody in the office today a positive comment, and I'm going to borrow something out of Ernie's book, and it's called Kudos. So kudos to you, everybody, right here on The Breakfast Club on this wonderful Monday morning. Stick with us. We've got another half an hour to go. We're just going to go for a short news break, and then when we come back, more interesting news to share with you on The Breakfast Club right here on BERNAMA TV. Catch you soon.